Welcome to Brainetainment, where we quench your thirst for knowledge. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey to understand one of the most essential yet often misunderstood parts of our body, the human stomach. We'll be diving deep into the belly of the beast, so to speak, unraveling the mysteries of our digestive system. Our primary focus in this exploration is the capacity of the human stomach. Have you ever wondered how much food your stomach can actually hold, or what happens when you overindulge in a scrumptious meal? We'll seek answers to these intriguing questions and more. We'll also delve into how our diet impacts our stomach and its capacity. So, if you're ready for a captivating exploration into the depths of our digestive system, then you're in for a treat. We promise to deliver a blend of scientific facts, interesting trivia, and practical insights. Stick around to discover the fascinating world inside your belly. Before we delve into the stomach's capacity, let's take a moment to understand what the stomach is and its role in the digestive system. The stomach, an organ that many of us only think about when it starts to rumble, is a crucial part of our body's digestive system. It sits on the left side of the upper abdomen under the ribs and is shaped somewhat like a bean. In an average adult, the stomach measures about 10 to 12 inches long. This organ is more than just a food storage tank. It's a dynamic entity, constantly expanding and contracting. Its walls are made of 3 layers of tissue, each with a specific role. The innermost layer produces gastric juices, a cocktail of enzymes and acids that break down food into a semi-liquid form called chyme. The middle layer, made of powerful muscles, churns and mixes this food with the gastric juices. The outermost layer, known as the serosa, helps protect the stomach from friction as it rubs against other organs. This fascinating organ serves as the body's first line of defense when it comes to digestion. It not only stores the food we eat, but also begins the process of breaking it down, allowing the body to extract the nutrients it needs to function. The stomach has a rather complex role in digestion. It churns the food we eat into a paste-like substance using powerful muscles and a potent cocktail of acids and enzymes. This process, known as mechanical and chemical digestion, prepares the food for further digestion and absorption in the small intestine. Despite its toughness and ability to handle harsh gastric acids, the stomach is also a sensitive organ. It communicates with our brain, sending signals when we are hungry or full. It's a remarkable example of our body's intricate design. Now that we know what the stomach is, let's find out how much it can hold. The stomach's capacity is not as straightforward as it might seem. It's a fascinating organ, really, with a capacity that can astound you. On average, a human stomach can hold about 1 to 1.5 liters of material. That's roughly equivalent to about 4 to 6 cups. But here's the kicker. It's not an unchangeable, fixed limit. Several factors can influence the stomach's capacity. For instance, the size and build of a person can play a role. Larger individuals may have a slightly larger stomach capacity than their smaller counterparts. Age is another factor. As we age, our stomach's capacity can decrease slightly. Our eating habits can also influence our stomach's capacity. You see, the stomach is a bit like a balloon. It can expand and contract based on how much food and drink we consume. If we regularly eat large meals, our stomach can gradually stretch to accommodate more food. Conversely, if we typically eat smaller meals, our stomach may not stretch as much. Interestingly, our stomach's capacity to stretch and accommodate food is a survival mechanism that dates back to our hunter-gatherer ancestors. When food was scarce, they would eat as much as they could when they had the opportunity. Their stomachs would expand to hold the food, providing them with the energy they needed until their next meal. But don't just take my word for it. Scientific research supports these facts. For instance, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that the stomach could expand to hold up to 4 liters of food and drink. That's over a gallon. However, it's worth noting that this is an extreme case and not the norm for most people. So our stomachs are incredibly adaptable, expanding and contracting based on our dietary habits and needs. It's a testament to the remarkable flexibility and resilience of the human body. But what happens when we exceed this capacity? That's a question that brings us to the less pleasant side of things, which we'll delve into next. Overeating is a common occurrence, but what impact does it have on our stomach? Well, let's dive into that. Overeating can sometimes feel like a festive tradition or a guilty pleasure, but it can have some uncomfortable and even dangerous effects on our bodies. When we overeat, our stomachs stretch beyond their normal capacity to accommodate the extra food. This can lead to a feeling of discomfort or bloating, which we often dismiss as simply being stuffed. However, the effects of overeating can be more than just uncomfortable. Firstly, let's talk about indigestion. Overeating can result in indigestion, a condition characterized by a feeling of fullness and discomfort in your upper belly during or after a meal. It can also cause heartburn, a burning pain or discomfort that may move from your stomach to your abdomen or even up into your throat. Over time, chronic indigestion and heartburn can lead to conditions like gastroesophageal reflux disease, more commonly known as GERD. But the effects of overeating aren't just limited to discomfort and indigestion. Over time, consistently consuming more food than our bodies need can lead to weight gain and obesity, which in turn increase the risk of serious health issues like heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. Scientific studies have shown that overeating can also affect our bodies at a cellular level. It can lead to metabolic changes that promote the accumulation of body fat and can even trigger inflammation and oxidative stress, which are linked to many chronic diseases. Moreover, overeating can have psychological effects as well. It can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and distress, and in some cases it can contribute to the development of eating disorders. So, while our stomachs are incredibly adaptable and can stretch to hold a large amount of food, it's important to remember that they aren't invincible. Overeating can have serious consequences for our physical and mental health, so it's clear that our stomach has its limits. Understanding our stomach's capacity can help us make better dietary choices. With this knowledge, we can shape our eating habits and contribute to a healthier lifestyle. So, let's delve into how we can make the most of our stomach's capacity to benefit our diet. Firstly, we should consider the concept of portion control. You see, our stomach is like a flexible pouch. While it can stretch to hold about 1 liter of food, it's not designed to be constantly filled to the brim. Overeating regularly can lead to the stomach stretching out, making it harder for you to feel full. So, rather than piling up your plate, try to stick to smaller, more frequent meals. This helps to keep your stomach at its optimal size and prevents overeating. Next, let's talk about mindful eating. This is a practice where you pay full attention to your food as you eat, noticing the flavors, textures, and smells. It also involves listening to your body's cues, eating when you're hungry and stopping when you're satisfied. You see, it takes about 20 minutes for your brain to register that your stomach is full. So by slowing down and savoring your food, you give your body the time it needs to signal that you've had enough. It's also worth mentioning that the type of food you eat can affect your stomach's capacity. Foods rich in fiber like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can make you feel full faster and keep you satisfied longer. On the other hand, foods high in fat and sugar can lead to overeating as they tend not to fill you up as quickly. And lastly, hydration plays a vital role. Drinking enough water can help control your appetite by making you feel full. But remember, drinking large quantities of water right before or during meals can dilute stomach acids and impair digestion. So, the next time you're about to indulge in a large meal, remember what your stomach can handle. Make mindful choices, practice portion control, and listen to your body's signals. Your stomach and overall health will thank you. In conclusion, our stomach is a remarkable organ with a surprising capacity. Over the course of this discussion, we've explored the fascinating world within our midsection, revealing the stomach's role as a versatile vessel, capable of expanding and contracting based on our dietary needs. We've learned that the average stomach can hold about 1 liter of food and liquid, but when pushed to its limits, it can expand to hold as much as 4 liters. However, overeating can lead to a host of health issues, emphasizing the importance of moderation and balanced meals. We've also delved into the relationship between our stomach's capacity and our diet. It's not just about how much we eat, but what we eat. A diet rich in fiber and whole foods can leave us feeling satiated without overtaxing our stomachs. Thank you for joining us on Brainetainment. Don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening content. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.